liftoff and the clock has started.
Goal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Shobi with me, the lovely Julia.
And me, the lovely Richard.
And it's the 22nd of November 2021 today. A lovely day. For the sun was shining, it was nice.
The sky was blue.
The autumn leaves were all over you. And some of them came from a yew tree. No, they didn't.
There were berries on the yew, actually.
There were red berries.
They looked lovely.
And weren't they nice?
Sorry?
We went out, weren't they nice, I said?
Yeah, they were nice. They were very,
they were
nice.
nice.
They were very nice.
So very nice, very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting show. I feel like I'm a bit too high now. Hang on a minute. It's just this, sometimes this chair in the...
Up a bit too much.
Yeah. This chair sinks and then I pump it up. And then I feel I'm like right at the top, balancing on a spring. Anyway.
like on a pogo stick or something.
Yeah, exactly. Just like...
For Zachary.
For Zachary. Is the lighting slightly off here? Hang on a minute.
I noticed you're using one of my hairbands to keep yourself on your microphone.
Oh, yes. I've got a little hairband on there. Yeah, sorry about that. Strapped
right.
him in. Did you need it?
No.
Anyway, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to ignore you. It's very nice to see you here, coming in on a Monday. Yeah, it is a Monday.
It is a Monday.
I mean, the days just sort of pass these days. On a Monday, bright sunny day, the lovely Julia and I went out for a stroll with the lovely Joe.
Yes, we did.
To All Saints Church at Bunkton.
It It was lovely.
Through a little woodland.
Across a little stream.
Up to the church. And then round the fields.
Yeah.
We didn't film anything.
Nope.
It's just one of those times where I know you said that you had a longish day ahead of you, and I didn't have a huge amount to do. I did a bit of painting. People will see what that means in tomorrow's video, if they watch the video. And who can tell?
Who can tell?
And so I had a number of things. I said, well, let's go out and just have a walk. I'm got some other bits and bobs, hopefully, for Thursday. So didn't need to do any filming today.
No.
Although it would have been nice.
You were going to bring the GoPro.
The GoPro.
The GoPro.
Yeah.
The GoPro.
The GoPro.
The GoPro.
You plant it,
GoPro.
and 16 other cameras just blossom from its branches. It is rather remarkable.
That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Have your favourite camera and grow a tree from it, and then have lots of that favourite camera.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Although I do grow out of my cameras quite quickly.
Yeah, you do that.
So that would be no good, unless they were upgrades, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's upgraded every year.
Yeah, exactly. Which would be very nice. Now, we do have some talking points on today's show, and we have a video, and I'm not quite sure, I don't know if Bonnie is out there. She sent, and there's no explanation or anything, so I'm a bit confused by this. Birmingham Christmas market photos. Nobody's in them, got no reference to it, don't know what it's about. So maybe, Bonnie, you could mention in the comments. Julia will keep her eyes on tenterhooks to see what that is in connection with, because I'm baffled. It is nice when people send stuff in, but a little bit of explanation doesn't go amiss.
It seems she started making her Christmas cake already.
Oh, that's nice.
And Lisa L has been injecting hers with brandy for the last 2 weeks.
Gosh, how does that? Why don't you just chuck the brandy in one go? Why in?
No.
Is it the vaccine has caught everybody's imagination? Now they're just injecting all sorts of things.
It's the thing. It's the thing with Christmas cake. You're supposed to soak it in brandy for quite a while.
But you said she was injecting it.
Yes. Soak it. Yeah. Well, you could do that. There's all sorts of ways.
Oh, okay.
No, I see what you mean now.
Well, when you said inject, because injection, it means like jabs, and the last sort of 21 months, whatever it's been since February, March 2020.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. It's been a long time.
It's been a long year.
Actually, it's been a year since the since the vaccine.
You said you were feeling too high. I think we both are.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the gas in here. We've brought in a gas heater, one of these Cala gas heaters, and it's burning a little bit of I don't know what it is, laughing gas, whatever that is. Anyway, it's going down well. Lisa L says, I'm an alcoholic. That's nothing to laugh about. My mother was an alcoholic, I can tell you. It's not a good thing. No jab, no cake, says Sean's Gardening World.
He also says it's illegal to go out without filming.
It is illegal to go out without film. Do you know, it felt a release. It felt a release actually going somewhere and not taking the camera. Occasionally I do have to do that.
I would have been quite happy to have done some filming, but it would have been a bit stressful. Particularly as Joe's new boots don't fit him quite so well, do they?
He's got new Wellington boots that are about 6 sizes too big. So he was tripping over everything. And not only that, his feet inside the boots were obviously in the boots, but because the boots were too long, they were twisting round like that.
I think he was clenching his toes as well, trying to grip the shoes. So
poor little bugger.
It was hilarious.
Why? I mean, I know kids grow into their clothes, but why boots 16 times too big?
They're getting bigger and bigger every time you say it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, these 18-size boots.
Because there just wasn't anything available in the right
shops.
size. So I got the next best thing and hoped it would do.
Well, it will do at some point.
Exactly. He'll grow into it.
Like
so
a stopped clock.
It wasn't a loss.
Yes.
I need to keep my eyes peeled on the Facebook Marketplace.
What?
Facebook Marketplace.
What size feet does he need?
I think he's a junior size 8 at the minute. I say think only because the sizes change depending on where you're buying them.
Yes.
It seems, anyway.
Certainly in different countries they have different millimetres, don't they?
I mean, different brands.
Oh, different brands have different...
Yeah,
why is that? Why do
differently.
different brands have different sizes? Why is a medium T-shirt or a small shirt different from another company? Why can they not have a standard size and they define that small is X many centimetres, millimetres, inches, metres, miles, whatever you want to put it down at? Why can they not have a standard size that everybody has the same template and goes, if it's medium, it's this big? Why not?
Why not?
Oh, I was asking you. I thought
I don't know.
No.
Well, you see, Lisa L says only where the Christmas cake is concerned. An
alcoholic only where the Christmas cake is concerned. Yeah, so no drinking and eating cake, clearly, as in drinking and driving.
Yeah. Sean's Gardening World says, just throw the drone up and put it on follow feature. Then no filming needed and the video shorted. Yeah. Except we were going through a woodland.
Yeah, if you're going through a woodland. And I'm not sure that this one has a follow feature. It's only a cheapish drone. It's not one of your £1,000 Maverick Pros or anything like that. It's a sort of budget drone. But it's good, but it doesn't have follow feature and things like that. Plus the fact you'd hear that whiny noise. Me talking. The droning. Do you actually, talking of that, just on a side note, went for a walk the other day.
Went for a walk the other day. What did you do there?
Didn't do any filming on that one either.
Oh.
Yeah. That's when I came to meet you when you were doing your Sullington singing.
Oh, yeah.
And I went for a stroll up to the thing because we were just going to meet and have a cup of tea. And again, I wasn't doing any filming because I'd been doing something else. And surprise, surprise, it was a reasonably nice day and I didn't expect it. So went for a quick stroll up to the Downs. And there were these gliders. And at first when I saw them, I thought, Storrington has a glider club nearby. These must be life-size gliders. Golly, they must be high. And they were flying around. Then one flew about 10 feet from my head. And I realised it was only sort of...
Yay big.
About as... well, probably from span to span, as long as my arms. The
Your
wings.
arm span.
Yeah, my arm span. And...
not very big then, really, for a flying machine.
No, and I realised they must be radio controlled because they had a little buzzy sound. And I thought, but there was nowhere to see anybody. Oh, I'm going to...
Bless you. That way.
I beg your pardon, ladies and gentlemen. Please clean out your ears and wipe the snot from your face.
And go get your boosters.
And get your boosters on quick because there's a lot of rancid COVID everywhere now, all over the screen and everything. So these were radio-controlled what's-the-names, but I couldn't see. So I wondered if they had a camera in them. Does anybody know how they work? Because, presumably they're operating the flaps, Oh, hello, whoops, ducky, flaps here, flops there, little tail fin here, and drop the nose cone down and all of that. Could happen, couldn't it?
Oh dear. Sean's Gardening World says, a friend currently on holiday somewhere hot. Last night, he and girlfriend went skinny dipping at midnight, which led to sexy time. He discovered today they were under the beach live webcam.
Oh.
Oops.
Oopsie. Is there a link to the... can we watch it? Talking of sexy time, it's somebody's birthday today. Unrelated to sexy time, but you said it. I'm just going along with it.
Sean said it.
Oh, Sean said it.
Reading his comment out aloud.
Sexy time. How am I, dear? Sexy time.
Please stop saying it.
Sorry, it's a bit disturbing, isn't it?
It is.
I don't know what sexy time is anymore, but never mind that.
I'm to listen for that.
What? Sexy time. I can imagine W.C. Fields. Come on, my dear, it's sexy time. Anyway, it's Richard's birthday today. Lynn B got in touch with me and she said, we love your videos. We love watching the Vobes show. We don't often comment. We broadcast you to 42-inch screen in our living room. And by the way, it's Richard's birthday. Any chance, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. you could say happy birthday on the
Really?
show.
Should we sing happy birthday?
No, I said there's no way at all I'm going to say happy birthday, Richard. I'm not going to say that.
No, I wouldn't say happy birthday, Richard. I mean, why would we do that?
Why would you? I mean, if you say it to one person, the world and his brother is going to say happy birthday, Richard.
And we hope you have a wonderful day.
And we hope, well, actually, it's today.
Have had.
And then they said, we won't be watching the show live
Until later,
because
they're
it's
having
Richard's
celebrations of
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
So us saying, happy birthday, Richard, is a complete waste of time because it was like...
So it's more like, we hope you've had a
happy birthday, Richard. But you won't catch us saying it.
No.
Not on this show.
No.
We don't do that kind of
We
thing.
don't say things like that, would we?
No.
That's just too nice. We're not lovely at all, are we?
What's that,
we
Eric?
wouldn't do that.
Sorry, just a minute. What did you say, Eric?
Happy birthday, Richard, sir.
Shut up! Don't say that. Don't want anyone to know. Anyway, so if it's your birthday, Richard, we reluctantly wish you a happy birthday.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, 19 apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Don't look a day over 9.
doesn't look a day over 90. Anyway, what else have we got? Bernie's got a lovely video which we're going to go and have a look at in Abermore near Barmouth, I think that is. Not Bournemouth, Barmouth. He's at the bar. He's at the mouth of the bar.
Bar mouth.
Yeah. But before all of that, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to ask people a few questions here. Talking points for tonight's show. 45 minutes to go. Electric company goes into administration. A lot of these electric companies go into the administration, and mine has gone into administration.
Oh dear.
I got notified saying, "We're sorry, we can't supply you with any more electric. You better get pedalling on the old electric wheel as quickly as you can, because we are now going into administration." So tough titty. And I thought, tough titty? Sexy time. No, stop. I thought that's coincidence, because 2 days ago I had the meter readings come through, and I write them down and I put them in. And I looked at my... Like you do. And with my thing, they tell you how much money it's going to cost you. But they also tell you how much money they've accrued. And they had accrued about 350 quid.
Of your money.
Of my money over the months. And my electric bill is actually about £45 a month. I don't know whether that's high, low or indifferent. But, what with all these millions of lights and everything... It's to me, it's a lot of money a month. But anyway, that's what it is. I'm not sharing too much, am I?
I don't know.
Probably. And anyway, the point was, I'd accrued 350. So I wrote to them and I said, look, here's my numbers. And by the way, there's no need to take any more money out because you've got 350. So by my reckoning, that's another 7 months of payments that you can take without actually affecting my bank balance. So, but I did get a letter back from them.
Oh, yeah.
Handwritten, saying, "Shut your mouth." No.
Bar.
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 It said, "Sexy time." It said, not with an electric company.
Sean, what have you done?
What have you done?
What have you done?
No, they said, what we can do is we will refund some of your money, so that you've got enough this month, and then when you make the next direct debit payment, I don't like doing direct debit payments, but I relented on this, because this is why, because they just keep taking the money and accruing the
That's right, yeah.
Anyway, they refunded 270 quid.
Okay, what about the rest of it?
Well, they're going to take some of the money this month, so I'll always have enough to cover a month in advance, which I don't mind that. And then... So they did that, they gave me that money back, which was lucky because the next day I got this email saying, "We've gone into administration." And I thought, phew, it's a good job I did it when I did. Because they must have gone, oh, he's asking for them. That must have topped them over. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. So, anybody been like that? Don't pay your bill, says Robin Tripp. Well, I have got it sorted now, so as you probably heard.
Terry Banton says, "Richard, your bulbs will be going out."
Bulbous?
Bulbs.
Bulbs.
Kerry Baldwin says, "I'm in between companies. Green went under in September. Shell keep writing, saying bear with. They are still taking money."
Yeah, bear with whilst we accrue more money to pay our directors to go on the golf course because they're on a gardening holiday.
Michael White says, tell them you're revolting. You're revolting.
I'm revolting. 250,000 sexy time volts.
Oh, God. Colonel Craggy says, how about bags of chips for size? Every shop give you different amounts of chips. Why don't they sell them by weight like every other industry?
Well,
how do they get past trading standards?
Do you know, when you put it like that, I take it all back. I mean, sizes on clothes, especially if you're ordering online, I think it would be nice. But I like the fact that you go into a place and a fish and chip shop is individual. That you go in, it's an individual experience. If they were all the same, there'd be McDonald's.
Fair point.
I can't say any more than that because I don't want to be sued.
Bonnie H says, we pay £100 a month for gas and electric.
Oh my God, that's expensive!
Alison Bryan says she pays £78
Oh my giddy
for gas and electric.
Oh yeah, they've got gas.
Both gas and electric.
Yes. Well, do you know, I've told them, I said I don't use any gas. I'm still paying a standing order because every time I fill in the thing, the gas number is the same. And it keeps going, you sure your gas number's, that seems a bit, it hasn't moved. No, because I haven't used any gas, but I still pay. So I said to them, please, will you switch me off the gas? So then they said, would you like us to come and take the meter away? It was like, well, no, you don't need to take the meter away. Leave the meter because just turn me off in the road. No, hello, turn you off in the road. Sexy time. So
well, don't want to do it in the road.
So, yeah, exactly.
Elfwald says, I pay £45 a month for gas and electric, but I put on thermals instead of heating.
Good man. Yeah, you see, most of the bill is on the blooming standing order. That's where they make their money. They've got the pipes in there. The pipes have been into this building and the electricity, the cables into this building. I've been here for 30 years. Nobody's put anything new in. So over 30 years, you think how many monthly payments on standing order for that? It's like, I could have had a lovely blooming... I could have had Sellafield built for the money that I've paid on standing... You know, a big shiny nuclear power station. I could have had wind farms by the plenty for the standing order I've paid on this, because there's nothing new come down my pipes. That electricity looks exactly the same as it did, but it gives you the same shock. There's nothing more, you know, it's not excited, it's not improved, it doesn't come faster, it's not more broader, it doesn't have lightning strikes, it doesn't make music or anything, it just goes in going like that every time I turn the...
That's interesting.
Radio.
Dave Ivad says, you still pay standing charge if you have a meter.
I don't. Well, you have a meter, don't you? Everybody's had a meter, otherwise you don't know how much money you're paying. Yes, is the answer to your question. Yes, you know, you've got one of those old-fashioned meters.
He wasn't questioning it. I thought it was a statement.
Oh, it was a statement. Yeah, that if you know, you can take the meter off and then you run it through a bicycle and you get the dial to go backwards. That's it's totally illegal, and I would never do that, because the trouble with my electric, when you try to unplug it, makes your hair fall out.
Paul Cockerell says there never used to be standing order with British Gas a few years ago when they sneaked it in overnight.
Oh, I wonder what night that was.
Yeah.
Sexy time. That was that evening.
Sean,
was it?
I'm going to kill you.
Nigel Sadler, £175 a month for me, but my supplies are not so... Yes,
oh, no.
They haven't so much
Their
gone
supplies
bust.
just gone bust as well.
Yeah, not so much gone bust, they've gone off with the money.
Yeah.
You've been paying
They've
them all that
robbed
money.
you.
You probably only needed to pay £15 for your lovely little place. I've been there, it's a tiny little shack. And, you know, barely a light bulb will keep that warm. And woof, they've probably gone off to the seashells, because seashells on the seashore.
She does. Guy GFM says you need to have the meter removed. The only way to stop the standing order.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, they can... I mean, it's not plugged into anything. They can tap it if they want. You know, they can cap it, not tap it. I don't want anyone tapping my gas.
Tick, 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 tick. I was tapping your meter.
Oh, right. My neighbour, by the way, that side, nice bloke.
For what it's worth.
For what it's worth, just in case he's watching. He's probably sitting there watching back going, that's Richard on the telly again.
What a plonker.
Yeah. He has a problem with his water. He had a water problem. and he was being charged ridiculous amounts for his water. Anyway, they came along and they did something to the meter, the outdoor meter in the road, and he said, "Oh, it's come down, but it's still very high." And he was talking about it, and I said, "Oh, well, it's ever since that's happened, I haven't paid a cent for mine." And he looked at me with a growling face. And then he went back in with his missus, because you know what it was. Sexy time. Oh, you hear them at it. I always take a cup to the wall. Anyway,
Dirty fucker.
what did you say?
Nothing.
Did you just swear that?
No.
Oh.
Would I do that? We pay a standing charge for the landline phone, but we don't have a phone and only use mobiles now, says Bonnie.
Yeah. Well, I pay a standing order for the landline, which is a nuisance because I only use the landline for the internet.
Internet.
But I have a phone, which every now and again the spammers ring me on.
I see. Sean's Gardening World says he's just emailed you the stream link. Let's go and have a look at this beach that his friend
The stream link.
had on.
Sexy time.
Wait, where's reverb? Where's reverb?
Oh, reverb, sorry. Had.
Sexy time.
If you fancy seeing some sunshine, here it
What are you
is.
doing?
This is the, live webcam. Hang on, bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're just connecting now. Here it comes. That's not the, that wasn't the thing.
That was not the button you were looking for.
It's connecting. Look at that. This is terribly exciting.
Thrilling.
Sorry, we can't connect you because of sexy time.
Oh my god.
Beach live cam. Will we see the act? Will we hear
No,
it?
of course we won't,
Oh.
because it's live.
It's not like... Oh, maybe they
They're
go
not
out
doing
every
it
night.
now.
Oh, darling. Oh, it's sexy time. Oh, yeah, the baby is sexy. Look, it's not connecting, so that was...
Oh, what a shame.
I'm so soggy. Back to
Would have been nice to have seen the beach in the dark.
Would have been nice to see them at. Would have been nice to see the beach in... Hallelujah. I've got the orgasmatron on my head.
Yep.
You know what that leads to? A video. She's just thrown it away for fear of sexy time. Audrey Forbes, Hamilton, says we pay £100 a year for mains water, but we're on a borehole. Explain that. You pay £100. Oh, £100 a year. Thinking then like a month. £100 a year. So what's that divided by? It's just under £10, isn't it? It's about £9 something a month for water out of a borehole. Did you have to drill the borehole yourself with a gimlet? That's quite a lot of work, isn't it?
Gimlet?
With a gimlet.
Gimlet?
Gimlet to me.
What's a gimlet?
Gimlet is one of those, well...
A borehole maker?
No, it's like a braddle, isn't it? You use it
What's a braddle?
Oh, gosh.
Come on, let's keep
Braddle.
going.
A braddle is a little device that you put into wood to start a hole so that later you can screw a screw into it.
Gotcha. Okay.
My dad always
It's a
used...
hole starter.
But I think a gimlet is something else. But my dad always used to call it a gimlet. But it's such a lovely name. Like pike licks.
It's a private borehole, says Audrey.
Oh, private.
Private?
You can't use our borehole. No.
Oh.
But wait, the aquifer is not private. It's not a private aquifer, is it? No, yeah, we got a private aquifer as well. I don't know what that is. I don't know. That's my secret sign. Sexy time.
Oh, God. Leonard Smith says, Audrey, you pay for the water disposal, not just for the supply,
Yeah,
including rainwater disposal.
It's water
I've
going
forgotten
out.
about that.
Because obviously you don't stand over your borehole and have a little pee-pee, do you? Tinkle into there, then later on slosh it around a bit, get the lumps out. They're brown potatoes. Not so tasty. Oh my goodness. Methinks Nigel's been paying with his model aeroplane too much. Yes. Where's the lovely Julia gone?
I got embarrassed.
She got embarrassed. She's easily embarrassed.
Now I'm stuck.
Nigel Sadler says sewage charges are higher than the supply charge. Well, of course they've got to be higher because you've changed the nature of the water, haven't you? If you just put clean water into your sewage, and if everybody did that, the sewage works would just be sitting there going, it's all clean, just run it round again. But because you've done and all sorts of nasty things, including a bit of sexy time, the water is going to be polluted, so they've got to clean it out. So the water going down the drain costs more than the water coming out the tap, which makes perfect sense to me.
Bonnie H says a gin gimlet is very tasty.
Yes, I bet it is. A gin gimlet. Gimlet to me. Gimlet to me. Why don't you gimlet to me? La 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 la. What's that song actually from?
I have no idea.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Gimlet to me. Kerry Baldwin is talking to Clive Waterfall, so I won't read that out. Right, we're going to go to a video in a second, but we're going to answer the phone first. That's how this show works, you know. Find out who is calling us up on 07934746790. Hello, caller. Welcome to...
Hello, the lovely Sir Julia.
Hello, thank you very much.
And Lady Richard.
Yes, Lady Richard's looking dapper tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the show was going very well. You're both on good form.
Yes, thank you very much. Very kind of you. Yes.
So I thought I'd interrupt.
Yeah, good. Bring us back down a peg.
No, yeah, it was sunny today, wasn't it? It was sunny in Surrey.
Sunny.
Amazing.
Yeah, sunny in
Sunny
Surrey.
Surrey.
Sunny in Surrey.
Sorry, yeah, it was. Brilliant.
But so that wasn't what you rang up just to tell us. Well, thank you for that. That was Alan.
So what did you do with your day?
I loved. Oh well, I got some things done, and I don't have a car, so it involved walking long distances.
Personal question: did you have sexy time?
Oh God.
No.
No, fair enough. I just ask you. We're just, we're very curious. We are a curious breed on this show.
No, I caught an expression earlier about, was it gardening holiday or gardening leave?
Oh yeah, that's right. They're on gardening leave, aren't they? Or gardening. These executives who have got all this money and then they get booted out and they're not supposed to work for X many months or years, and they call it you're on gardening leave.
Well, that's what they did in Shell, which was where my career was. And if your department got a raid from the people who don't like you colluding prices, they just sent
you gardening leave.
They just sent them on gardening leave. Go to France. We can't find you.
We can't find. Where is it? Oh, we don't know where he is. He's in the...
No, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? We know where he is. He just didn't turn up for work one day.
And you're paid to abscond.
Yes.
That is amazing. Did that? So that happened to you? Did it?
No, because I didn't get into that game. I was a renegade.
Oh, you mean you were a hard worker?
I would just compete because I won't go into that.
All right, fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes. Yes. Did you see what Boris said today?
Is this about Peppa Pig World?
No, it's about going back to work to have sex.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, well, he said young people are going to go back to work to have sex.
Is that
because it's part of evolution? I mean, that was frowned upon in my company.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, Boris, of course, he's got about 7 children, hasn't he, and about 800 exes.
Yeah, no wonder.
So every time he went to work,
absolutely.
Isn't that what he obviously had? He's obviously got that idea from Matt Hancock, hasn't he?
Well, maybe that's where Matt Hancock got the idea.
Because that's what Matt Hancock was going to work to have sexy time. Yeah. And that's how he got caught.
Yes. Oh, yeah, sexy time and going into the office. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I missed that. I only saw a thing about him having a fumbling speech somewhere, and he was recommending Peppa Pig World. He lost his script, and he was talking about something important. And he was going, oh yes, we're gonna, we'll fight them on the beaches and on the landing ground. We will never. Oh, just a minute, I can't find the thing. Anyway, I went to Peppa, and then he just went. He was talking about business, and then he suddenly said, I went to Peppa Pig World at the weekend, and then he was going, has anybody been? Hands up, who's been to Peppa Pig World? And all the time he was doing that, he's rifling through his script, desperately trying to find himself. And in the end, he was then trying to talk up the benefits of what Peppa Pig World has in relation to his good transport system. It's got this. We should all aspire to Peppa Pig World. It's just my God, this is the Prime Minister.
Americans think they have a problem with Joe Biden.
Well, they thought having somebody suffering on the edge of dementia was going to be a problem. They should try having Boris. I mean, I think Boris goes from 1 minute he's sort of worshipping Winston Churchill, and to the next Putin. It's like, which way are you going? It's a bonkers. Oh dear,
anyway,
that did make me
apparently
laugh.
the best. You were talking about. Were you talking about fish and chips in Worthing?
Yeah. Unmeasurable.
Broadway Fryer.
Oh yes, I've been in there. The Broadway Fryer. It's quite nice.
Yes, I was reading an article, and apparently, the chap who did the tour of 7 fish and chip shops, just eating chips, said Broadway Fryer was the business.
We'll have to give that a go.
Well, I'll tell you the best one is...
We're both into Vito's, actually.
Yeah,
is it Vito's or
Vita. Down on the seafront, there's about 3. Vita, V-I-T-A, I think it is.
Let's show them on Google Maps.
Let's see if we can find... Yeah, we'll find it on Google Maps, just for you.
Street View.
Google.
Is that Italian, fish and chips?
It is, actually, but they're very good at it, I have to say.
Italian-owned, yeah.
Italian-owned. It's down by the pier. So we're doing it.
The chips are just brilliant, lovely, and just crisp on the outside and fluffy on the inside. Love them.
Yeah, would you eat the fish though? Because you know what Southern Water have been doing.
Yes. Fully
yeah,
right.
well,
not a big fish eater though.
Here we go. You see, look, there's Blue Ocean. I've not really had much from Blue Ocean, but this is the one. Now we're not paid to say this. It's just that I think they're the best ones in Worthing, and they're very nice. You go into this. Where is it?
The left.
Takeaway bit. This.
Oh, yeah, that bit.
You go in this bit here. See that lady there? She's always in front of you. You just push her out of the way. You say, "Do you mind?" You just stand there hogging. It looks like the. She's got the vinegar. I don't know whether you can see that on your screen, but we see it here.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
And there she is. Yeah, it's next to William Hill. So if you want to bet, the chips are going to be all right today.
But you can get your chips from the takeaway, or you can sit in on that particular one on the left bit there.
No, I'll have to get myself down to Worthing one day. It's not too bad on the train.
No, come down. Come down. Have a cup of tea at my place. I've got a sofa, you know.
then go get some chips and go and sit on
sexy time.
Sexy time. Oh, look at that.
Go sit on the pier and have your chips.
Watch this. I don't know if your people at home are watching. Here's the London Eye that we've got, but we can do magic tricks here.
It's
because
the roving eye, isn't
it's
it?
the
I don't know
roving.
what they actually call it.
If the tax man comes along and says, "Hello, this is a cash business," all you've got to do is take a step forward like this.
Boom.
Boom. It's gone.
Boom.
It's gone. Vanished. It's like, where did they go? They're now having sexy time.
Oh, you've got a wheel in Worthington. In Worthington. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about this.
Only
To be honest with you, I've
now and then.
got 9 wheels. I've got 4 alloys on my Transit, 4 spares that came off, and 1 spare that I carry with me. So that's 9.
That's actually your step.
The
isn't
man with wheels.
Yeah, it's also my step. I use it as my step onto the van. So yeah. So there we go. How about that?
Joanna Jones can't stop laughing tonight. Emily Champion says, I used to work at a Chish and Phip shop.
Oh, a Chish and Phip.
Fish and chip shop.
They're lovely, they are. Chish and Phips. I'll have a portion of fish chip. What is it? Fish and
Chish and Phips.
Yes,
I love a good spoonerism. And Bonnie H says, we've got a wheel in Brighton again at the Old Steen.
Oh, have you?
Really?
At the Old
Do
Steen?
they stick it back in again?
I think, what? Say that again? Who?
They've got a wheel in Brighton again at the Old Steen.
Wheel?
Yeah, a wheel.
Yeah, a big wheel.
They brought the wheel back.
Yeah, they bought the wheel back.
Yeah, that big one that we just saw in Worthing. I'm sure that one's
is that the
one that gets moved around.
Ah, is that what it is? Because I thought they had a
city to
donut that went up and down in Brighton.
They do. That's the I360, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently that's not earning any money either.
Oh, well,
That's another
I'm
one.
not surprised.
People, once you've had it's not like anything new about it. You just go up.
Once you've been up and down,
I must admit,
you've been up and down.
I was very confused when they first started saying about it in the newspapers and things, because I was living in Portsmouth, obviously, still at the time, and
Pompey!
Pompey!
Pompey! Are you scummers or skates down there? I can't remember. It's Portsmouth against Southampton football clubs, and one
I'm
one
a
is
Pompey girl,
Scullers and one is
born and
Skates.
bred.
Oh,
I've never heard that term before.
before your
You
time.
know what? You don't follow football.
No, I am not a football fan.
No,
to be fair.
I see.
Yeah.
To be fair, to be fair.
To be fair.
All I do know is that that Fratton Park, written out backwards, is not half crap.
It's not
It
half-
is. It actually genuinely is.
Fratton Park.
Yeah.
Spelt backwards is not half crap. Thanks.
With a K.
With a K. What an extraordinary show tonight, says Tracy Murphy. I can't stop smiling. Oh, it's nice to have a smile. Smile a while, and while you smile, another smiles. And soon there's miles and miles of smiles, and life's worthwhile because you smiled. Old English
Ready?
proverb.
I think I'm done. I think you need to get on and show a video.
Thank you very much, Alan. It's been lovely to talk to you.
And you.
Look
always.
after yourself.
Bye for now.
And you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And there he goes, off to have sexy
Oh,
time.
God.
Oh dear, Sean, you have something.
God.
I was going to order you some Vita chips, but they're closed tonight. Apparently. Oh, what a shame.
Damn.
Never mind. There's always the Broadway or another chip shop. But on another occasion.
Sean also said that the Vita's chips are very lovely.
They are very lovely.
He's been down and tried them.
we
It's
took him-
over a year ago now. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. Believe it.
Yeah, Sean, you better come down again and we'll go to the same place. Because,
Make a yearly thing of it, you know. Why
make
not?
a yearly thing of it. I remember
You'll be
coming
on
here.
yearly visit from Sean's garden.
And you can tell
What
us
does he
more
look
about
like himself?
Sexy
Well-
Time. The show's a bit fishy tonight, if you ask me. It is a bit fishy. And Paul Smith says you can't beat a live football match. Well, you could try. A lot of hooligans like to beat it, don't they?
Can't say I enjoyed myself much. I actually enjoyed American football more than I did that. And that was probably only because of the cheerleaders.
Yeah, I suppose because they've got those flying pom-poms, haven't
Well,
they?
they're so skilled. I mean, obviously the players are very skilled, but the dancers.
The dancers.
Well, they're dancers, they're gymnasts, they're acrobats, they're
Sexy Times.
Oh my God!
God. Isn't that what they're there for? The hostesses with the mostesses?
You're thinking of Hooters.
Oh, yes, I've been to Hooters.
Have you? You
In
lucky
America.
devil. I've never actually been to a Hooters. I'd love to.
It's lovely. You
'cause
go
it's,
out there and they just lay them on the desk. And then you pick up the menus and you have a look and you see what's on the menu. And when I went there,
Do they do a male version of Hooters?
I don't know what that would be called.
Is it Tooters?
Tooters. What's not rude and what can one say on this? Bit cheeky tonight. Station Master's Choice, he says, I know Fratton is a train depot and the driver signing on point, but I've never heard of anything about, on the whole, it's totally rubbish.
Yeah, Fratton. That's where my grandparents used to live, and my granddad was a train driver for a good many years.
Oh, that's lovely.
Long time.
Sean says he's going to come down at Christmas, which is great. We're going to show a video. It is actually Bernie's. It's Bernie's video. And as I said earlier in the show, he's off now. He's going to be putting in some videos from his trips to Wales and Scotland from the summer this year. And he has been to Abermore and Barmouth. Not Bournemouth, Barmouth. And I'll let him tell you more about it in today's video.
We are actually at the far end. It looks like there's a Coast Guard station. I'll investigate that another time. There's somebody out walking their dog. I can't escape dog walkers. The actual Canol y Dref, the town centre, is down there. It is a bit of a hike, but this is what is interesting, because at this end, as it goes round the corner, and you can just see the tip of the Flame Peninsula on the end there. That's where we're going, so he tells me today. Although I hesitate to say that because I don't really know what order these are going to come out in, to be honest. It's a project for the winter when I'm not out filming locally. It's a nice little piece of driftwood there. Yeah, you've got this big sandy beach, and it opens up. There's some groins that have long since gone. into a very, very wide sandy estuary, and then you have these sand dunes. It's different. It's different. I thought you might want to see that little plaque. They've got these palm trees in tubs all the way down this path here. Oh, excuse me. So much clag in my lungs. Now you see, this is what I mean. It very quickly gives way to this. Oh, I wish I knew what some of these plants were, but isn't that pretty? You've got these amongst the can I get better focus than that? Yes, look. You see in the hills above the town. Let's try and get let's try and get up there a bit better. You see where that mist is just hanging there. I always find this kind of thing interesting. This is what I love about the mountains up here. There's always something fresh to look at. Would have been nice to have a lovely sunrise.
And there he is, back from his travels. Lovely, absolutely lovely and picturesque around there. I think I've been close to there when I went away with Harriet for such a time. No, it was just completely...
Harriet will kill you.
She'll kill me now. But we did rent a little, somewhere near Barmouth, I think it was. But lovely part of the world. But thank you very much, Bernie, and we look forward to more of those as and when they come in. Brilliant stuff. Nice to see that.
Love your videos.
And I was evening primrose is the little plant, is it? A lot of people saying evening primrose. It looked at first I thought it was cowslip, but it was a bit cooler, so it could have been a freezing. Anyway, slipping.
I was trying to remember because there was way back when, well, probably about a year or so, or maybe more ago, that we saw evening primroses. No, we saw something that we thought was evening primrose. No, it was marigolds. We saw evening primrose and said marigold.
That, oh my goodness,
do you remember?
Yeah, that was like 6 months ago. Remember, that was this spring.
Was it?
Yes.
Seems like ages ago.
We were going, oh, what was that? Yeah, no, it was only this spring.
It really seems like forever ago.
Oh, no, sorry about that.
Crazy.
Did you send me the pictures?
I'm still trying to. It's just I'm trying not to look rude by.
So Julia wanted to send me some pictures because
I had a really amazing meet-up yesterday. Accidental, perchance meeting, or happenstance rather, with someone who's appeared on some of the Bold Explorer videos, and who I'm very fond of, in fact. It was very funny. I'll get the pictures for you.
Oh, okay. So we can talk about that a little bit later on. Now, another talking point for us this evening is, what's the best thing you've ever done to show your love for somebody, apart from sexy time, obviously? What is that? I was reading about a bloke who had built a replica of the Taj Mahal.
Wow.
I don't know, I don't think it was a full-size replica, but it was a replica, whether they did it in his bathroom or bedroom or he just built a tiny model. No, because they were sitting in it drinking. There was a picture of it. And of course it reminded you of the story of the original bloke who built the Taj Mahal for the woman he loved. I can't remember the story about it. I think he was an ugly fat bloke and she was a pygmy. I think that was the story. I may have got that wrong. Hello, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Terry from Southwater.
Terry from Southwater. How the devil are you?
Yes, I've got a question for you.
Okay, fire away.
You seem to be in very high spirits. I was wondering whether you've had any...
Sexy time?
Well, I think you've been eating some of Bonnie's Christmas cake impregnated with brandy. Is that right?
No, I can't. I'm afraid there's no jabs for me. So if it's been jabbed with any of that stuff, I mean, injected with any of that, it'd be nice. I do mind. I like a bit of fruitcake with icing topped on the thing, immersed in brandy. I can't say that at Christmas time I wouldn't have some of that, but the answer to your exact question is not at the moment.
Yeah, my imprecise question is Barmouth biscuits. Have you ever had a Barmouth biscuit?
Oh, Barmouth biscuits. Never heard of them. Are they like Shrewsbury biscuits? Shrewsbury biscuits. I remember going to Shrewsbury for the very first time, and Harriet told me about them, and I'd never heard of them. And then we found a company, a house that made them, and they were made somewhere in a different part of the country. And it was like, there's a cheat, isn't it? It was almost like, here's a piece of British something or other made in China.
Yeah, I looked it up while the video was on. Peak Frings used to make them. I don't even know if Peak Frings are still around.
Pete, did you say?
Peak.
Oh, Peak.
P-E-E-K.
Oh, right. Frings.
Frings. Yeah. Peak Frings. Yeah.
It's a very odd name, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Peak Frings. Yeah. So, what are they? What are they like, these Barmouth biscuits?
Well, according to the pictures I've seen, they're sort of semi-rectangular, very thin. They've got sort of oval ends.
I'm going to see.
I've got a feeling they may have been French in origin, which is not a good thing, really, is it?
No. We've got some. Oh, here we go. There's some pictures. They're a bit like Nice biscuits, are they?
Yeah, Nice. Yeah,
I was
nice.
going to say, nice or Nice?
Yeah.
Nice Nice
is it? Nice or Nice?
Well, it's named after the French town Nice.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Barmouth. I'm just trying to find these Barmouth biscuits. Here we go. Here's a packet of Barmouth biscuits. Well, I don't know if they are. Hang on, just bringing them up onto the screen now. I don't understand what Google have done. What Google have done in the old days, you used to be able to click on a picture in Google Images and it would bring it up full screen. Now you go to click on any picture in Google Images and you end up on their website and it's a tiny picture, which is really a nuisance.
Yeah.
But what do you do?
Yeah. Well, the other bit of news is I got thrown out of Sainsbury's this morning in Horsham.
Oh, good.
Thrown out of Sainsbury's in Horsham?
What happened? Tell us.
Well, I was queuing up to check out, and there was a lady in front of me, with quite a sort of large trolley, and I looked in it. I said, "You've got a fine pair, haven't you, madam?" And she turned. She nearly slapped me. I was looking at the pair of melons actually that she had.
See. So you're telling me that she couldn't take a joke? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, actually, I didn't get thrown out. But,
oh, you didn't? Oh.
You had us going then.
I did see her heading off to customer service afterwards, so I scarpered.
Oh, did you? Is that something that you do? Are you one of those cheeky chappies that go up to people and have these little witty double entendres to people? Is that what you do regularly?
Well, occasionally I do. I do throw these wind-up remarks around. Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Yeah.
Sorry about the sneeze.
Do you know what? I'm surprised you haven't done it, but something he often does is sneeze, and he actually says sneeze during a sneeze.
I had to train myself out of doing that because as a kid I would go, I'd sneeze. Because that's what everyone said, you're going to do a sneeze. So I figured that's...
wet myself laughing every time you do it, though.
Do you ever get sneezing fits? I do sometimes.
Not like I get hot
flashes.
Hot what?
No, what is it? Hiccups. Hop. Do you know what? I'm looking at the reflection of the feedback on the camera in front of me. My cheeks are so... It's because we've got this gas fire.
It's lovely. The back of the chair's nice and toasty.
They've got this gas fire, and I'm so like a little... Because my house is normally cold, apart from when I, put a log on a fire and shrivel up. So the slightest heat makes all the blood go to my corpuscles.
We've got everyone putting... Well, not everyone. We've got two people putting two melons on the chat.
Oh, nice pair.
Pair of melons.
You started them off there, Terry.
Yeah.
What other little witticisms have you got up your sleeve?
By the way, Bonnie H said that she likes. We were on the biscuit thing. She likes cow biscuits. She was asked what are cow biscuits. I think she means malted milk. Aren't they malted milk with the rectangular with an imprint of a cow on them?
Oh, is that what they are? Malted milk. Yeah, I like the malted.
I like the
milks.
ones with chocolate on them. Malted.
What's
milk.
your favourite biscuit, Terry?
Bourbons.
Oh, Bourbon.
Oh yes.
Bourbons, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bourbons since about the age of 5. I expect Joe, you want to try them on Joe. Does he like Bourbons?
Oh, he does, but he'll.
He won't go to sleep.
He'll pick off one of the chocolate, biscuit sides, and then he'll eat stuff in the middle, and then he'll discard the biscuit.
But
So it's like, no, you're not having a Bourbon because you'll waste it.
it's not that, is it? I mean, if you give him, he is hyperactive. He doesn't need any extra sugar, unless you don't want to go to bed for a week.
Mm.
Yeah, but the thing with Bourbons, you probably get brown dribble, don't you, to sort of clear up. It descends down his chin.
Brown dribble after sexy time is not a nice look, I can tell you.
No.
Just one more question. Is Harry Ramsden still going?
No, that went. I remember going into so we had for ages this lovely little old cafe run by little old people, 4 little old people, and little old people used to come in and sit in there like a goldfish bowl, and only your nan or your auntie would take you in when you were a kid. You had no other reason to go in there because it was very much a sort of little tea place and occasionally the odd young visitor to Worthing would go in and immediately realise that they've been stepped back into the 1950s where there's doilies and all this sort of stuff, and you think, oh my God, what have we got here? Anyway, lovely little place to look at other people but never go in unless you're over a certain age. And then that disappeared. And then it turned into a Harry Ramsden's. And so it was like, the best fish and chips in the world, all this nonsense. So I went in with my son Billy. We went and sampled some of these, and it was okay, but it's small portion, very expensive, sit down, table service, all this sort of, and we just thought, go back to Vita's.
Yes, yeah, I think you need a more. Yeah, I've looked at the menu prices. Harry Ramsden's decided. Well, I think they got one in Brighton at least. They probably got them all over the south coast. But
yeah, I mean, these people are trading off the name. I'm sure it's probably just a franchise. So it may not be, the original brand and blah, 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 and I'm sure the original brand is great. But the trouble is, once you sort of open up lots of stuff, it starts watering down the unique, independent part of anything, isn't it?
Yes.
Go into a Starbucks or a Costa or anything. It's all the same. Yeah. Where every coffee shop, no matter where you go in any part of the world now, is all the same, unless you go into an independent.
Yeah, like Vita's.
Like Vita's, yeah.
Yeah, I bought a Savoy in there once. I think it was about 9 inches long. So
I thought you were going to say it was £9.
We won't go that way.
no.
Sexy time.
Sexy time. Take it back to your missus. She'll be well in. 9 inches. Oh dear, that's very nearly an armful.
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah, sorry. Richard likes Garibaldi, says Michael White. Yeah, I do like Garibaldi biscuit. The fly biscuits. Do you like Garibaldis?
Yes, I used to have those as a child. They used to make them the larger size,
Didn't they?
And then they went to the sort of finger size, didn't they? Marketing people has it,
He was an Italian, wasn't he? An Italian generalissimo or something?
Yes,
Is
Garibaldi.
Garibaldi, yeah. Jerry Missilo. What is it? The Italian version of a general? Jerry Missilo or something? I can't remember. You're looking at me.
Anyway, if you were looking for a new energy supplier, I switched to Octopus Energy. They get their tentacles around you on price sometimes.
I've heard their adverts. And are they still going? They haven't been. I mean, they're all being taken over, aren't they? We're all going to end up with a big six again.
Well, Octopus Energy took, when this first round of failures amongst the smaller suppliers who were trying to undercut the big boys on price, and they came a cropper, didn't they?
Well,
Octopus Energy took over some of them, but I don't think they're going to take over Bulb because it's quite big, and they've probably got enough on their plate now.
Yeah, Bulb. People keep saying Bulb. Is that one of the ones?
I thought that's the one you were talking about. Yeah, it is called bulb, B-U-L-B. Yes.
BULB. Yeah, there's a lot that have all gone bust, and the one I'm with, they keep telling me how they rely on green energy and they're going into the green future and it's all green. And then you think, wait a minute, you've just gone bust. Yeah, that's because we didn't have much wind this year, and the winds, and there's not enough sunlight. And you think, yeah, this green energy, you just stick with somebody burning coal and you'll have cheap energy for the next 100 years. We'll be all right.
Yeah, well, India doesn't really need to have coal-fired power stations. All they need is banks and banks of solar panels. They've got enough sunshine out there, haven't they?
Well, you see, that is true. I think there are places in the world where the solar energy is going to be great. As you say, in hot countries where there's more sun than you can shake a stick at, it's perfect. And in very windy places, but somewhere like Britain, where it's windy one minute and it's not windy the next, the sun sometimes comes out, you just think it's not worth it. We may as well burn the coal and just get on with it and let the other people, the developing worlds in hot countries, have very cheap solar panels so that next to their mud hut, they can have these wonderful high-tech stuff, so they can sit there and watch the Vobes show for free.
Yes, well, I'll just say one last thing before you go. I've heard that the government might be banning wood-burning stoves in the future.
Oh, that's been bandied around a few times.
Well, they've been talking about wood, isn't it? Yeah, the wood. They're banning the burning of wood is what they want to do, except that power stations are burning wood, which they've imported from places like America and in the Soviet, not the Soviet Union, but the Eastern European. So I think if they're going to and they're burning, the irritating thing is they're importing trees and burning trees from another part of Europe or from America, and yet they're then on the other side of the coin is they're saying that me burning stuff is bad. Mm-hmm. And you think they've got to import those trees, and so they're traveling. So all the CO2, not only on the burning of the trees, which is fairly neutral because trees absorb the CO2, but they've imported them in for thousands of miles, however they're doing it, and had to chop them all down and blah 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 in order to burn them. So
and they're probably inappropriate to the the landscape they were grown in.
Yeah.
Paul Cockrell says, according to Elon Musk, 150 square kilometres of solar panels could supply the whole of the US with electricity.
There you go. And he knows, because he is not a rat, as a lot of people think. He's not a Musk rat.
Yes, anyway, you better get your flue cleaned out before the government inspectors come around. Look,
Yes, I will.
Look up your chimney.
I will. I've got to make a video about it, but I know the world and his brother is going to tell me I've done it wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say good night to you now.
Good night to you now.
I was
Cheers.
going to say that, but
Good
I
night.
didn't I?
Now,
take care. Look after yourself.
I'll leave you to your fruit cake impregnated with brandy.
Oh, lovely. What a nice man. Look after yourself,
Cheers,
Terry. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
There we go. That is Terry Brandon. If I can turn the phone off, he's done it for me. Thank you very much. That was a nice phone call. Now, quick, we've just got time to tell your story because we are going to be off. So
yesterday I went, as usual, to Slullington Barn to sing with the Gathering Lights
Choir.
Choir.
No, we've got another call. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, caller, who's just called in at the last minute.
Just a very quick one from Sexy Time.
Sexy time.
Sexy time.
Sexy
Sean
time,
James.
Sean.
Hello, Sean. Sexy time.
Now, while you were talking, I thought I'll surprise you and I'll buy some Barmouth biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll get them sent in the post. So I've just found a packet for £1.20. And I thought, well, I'm obviously going to have to make it up to £5. So I then purchased in my basket some Zoom Time biscuits for 60p. And I thought these prices are a bit cheap. So I've just been sat here now for 10 minutes, making it up to £5, just about to pay. And I've discovered that I'm on a website for stuff to go inside a doll's house. 5 packets of biscuits.
Don't send them.
Go into a doll's house.
We haven't got a doll's house. This is a studio.
I've got a doll's house of mine.
But I just had a picture of you opening up this parcel onto a Wednesday going, why the hell has somebody sent me?
These biscuits are
Teeny
minuscule.
tiny
For a
bomb.
dolphin.
They're for midgets. Oh my! Well, they'd be for these guys, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
These little guys on our
I've
microphone.
got some biscuit. I like biscuit. I like biscuit.
My cat is rubbing up against my arm. I think it wants a bit of...
Sexy time. Thank you very much,
Do you know
Sean.
what? Ramaboo's cats
Thanks,
like
guys.
his voice.
Yeah.
So they,
What?
Ramaboo's cats like your voice.
Does he?
Actually, I think several people have said their cats kind of come and migrate to them when they're watching you.
Yeah, well,
I've
I've
still
got a
them
very
on.
friendly, tame voice.
Yeah, well, you've got a lulling voice.
What is that noise?
A car with a fan belt going weird
Oh, it's a
outside.
car with a fan
Sensible
belt.
Paul says they are starting to use the coal mines for creating electricity. Mr. Monkey says brandy impregnated with cake.
Lovely.
Bonnie H says I'll be playing my sax at the Christmas cake to give it a Christmas vibe. And maybe to give it some saxy time.
Sexy time. Yeah, that's good. So, we're going to end the show, but before we do, Julia is desperate to tell her story. Please, no phone calls, no interruption. Over to you.
Right, so I was heading off to the Gathering Lights choir yesterday, and I was a bit late, unfortunately. But do you ever feel like you're at the right place at the right time and things happen for a reason?
Yeah.
I certainly felt like this yesterday because as I was, managed to park up, had to go past the church to park and started walking back, and then I had to step back because a couple of large horses were coming down the lane. So I stepped back out of the way for them. And I was just about to try and get a surreptitious photograph of them to go, look, boys, look, later, and show them the horses. And when one of the riders shouted out, what are you doing here, Julia? Actually, she didn't say my name, but she said, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh my God, and I recognised her and had a good chat with her. And eventually realised it was Frances. Frances of the Dexter Cows.
Yeah, Francis Sedgwick, who we
That's
interviewed with those lovely Dexter cows down at Stenning.
That's it, yeah. So these are, I cannot for the life of me remember what the horses' names were because there was a lot going on in my head at the time. But so this is obviously Frances in the pink and her two horses that she also owns. I think it's really, they are amazing horses, they're gorgeous, they're bomb-proof, and as Bonnie pointed out...
Bomb-proof?
Bomb-proof, yeah. It's what you call a horse that you just is not easily flappable.
Oh, okay.
So, and I don't know what they've retired from, but they would have been brilliant police horses. That's the type they go for, as Bonnie pointed out at one point. But I think it's really funny that she's got these tiny cows and these massive horses. But look at them, how gorgeous are they? It was such a wonderful time to meet them. She said she would have climbed down and let me get in the saddle for a bit if she thought she could get back up without a mounting block.
Yeah.
But no, I was just glad to see them and meet them. So.
Then you need a cherry picker to get on those, don't you?
Yeah, I need a ladder, that's for sure. They are tall.
So
I mean,
really
for
cool.
example, the very tall one, the brown one rather than the black one, he was 19 hands high, which I couldn't tell you how many inches that is, but it goes up to, they measure to the withers, which is the top of the shoulder blades at the base of the neck. And the base of his neck, i.e. the withers, was almost a foot higher than the top of my head. He was that big.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They're giants.
They're huge, beautiful animals. So, and I just love the fact that I managed to get them photographed in front of the yew tree outside the it's St Mary's Church there, I think. Gorgeous.
Oh, we have a phone call.
We're going into overtime.
Hello, welcome.
And we're gone.
And it's gone. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The phone call came in.
I did send you one more email. Let's have a quick look. There's just a couple of photos from today's walk.
Right, okay, from today's walk. Just coming up. Okay, keep talking whilst I find them.
So today we went to Bunkton, didn't we? And we went to and had a look around All Saints Church. And we had a good old laugh. Richard, myself and Joseph.
Who's that bloke?
Some amazing person who's got rather a funny sense of humour.
Oh, is that Joe?
Yes. And his favourite uncle.
Ah.
One of his favourite uncles.
Oh, there's the tree. That's the yew tree.
That's odd. You can't actually see the red berries from there, can you?
No, I mean the berries are there. Oh, they're kind of there.
You can just about make out the little red splashes. But yeah. So gorgeous. I loved the shape of it. And I managed to get a photo.
There's some red berries in here. Look, they're much more there.
Oh yeah, you can see them there. But it's a gorgeous little church, wasn't it?
Yeah. Apparently, 19 hands is equal to 6 feet 4 inches.
That makes sense.
So there you go.
I'm supposedly 5'2".
This is Bunkton Church, by the way, just down in the lee of Chessington.
Wasn't it All Saints Church? Didn't you?
Yes, but it's at Bunkton, Bunkton's Church.
Of course.
But yeah, All Saints Church in Bunkton, down the road from Chantonbury Ring.
That's right.
Is that the last one? Yeah, I think that's
so.
it.
Yes,
yeah,
that's it. Just one thing. Trev's Travels by Narrowboat says, I forgot it was Monday. I am just in time to be late.
Oh, marvellous. Everybody wants
Bless
to be
you.
just in time to be late. And just to go back to those biscuits, these are the biscuits, some of the biscuits that Sean was talking about. Zoo Time biscuits. Remember these? He says, I've never seen them.
Remember?
I don't remember them.
Never seen them.
I'd love to remember them.
Yeah, I'd love to remember those biscuits. Anyway, that's it. We're all up to date. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. It's been a hoot.
It's been a toot.
It's been a toot. I'm glad none of you got down to sexy time during the show. Trev's Travel says, do you know the red flesh of the yew-berry is edible, but the tip...
The red flesh, yes.
Yeah.
Everything else, bar the flesh of the berry.
Oh, the flesh, not flesh.
Yeah, everything else, bar the flesh of the berry is toxic. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. Don't touch it.
Well, you can touch it, but don't eat it.
Yeah, I had one with 19 hands. That's like an octopus, isn't it?
Bonnie H is off for some saxy time.
Saxy time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We'll be back on Wednesday, same time, same place. So do join us for that. In the meantime, if you want to send an email in or some photos, send them to richard@vobes.com. Videos by wetransfer.com, and we look forward to seeing you and sharing with you another hour or so's nonsense. It's all good fun here.
You need to remind me to get some bubble liquid.
Get some bubble liquid.
Or make some.
Or make some. That would be good. Alrighty, that's us off now for soup time. Well, you've got to have some dinner, haven't you? Because you got here a bit late.
Mine.
I've had my dinner. But anyway, that's it. Take care. Look after yourselves. From Julia and I, thanks to Judith if she was out there doing the thing. Yes, she is.
No,
thank you, Judith. Thanks for the phone calls. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the videos. Thanks for the pictures. Thanks to everything. Keep warm. It's cold out there. Till next time.
Outside.
By the way,
kind of atmosphere.
I feel we ought to say to Richard, Happy birthday!